Hello and welcome to our webinar today, the English part of it. My name is Boris Polyakov and I will be your host for tonight. So the topic of today's webinar is the ISE 2023 highlights. We are going to walk you through everything new in terms of the technology, in terms of the solutions that we demonstrated. And we are also going to introduce our product for the first time for those of you who are joining us for the first time. So as is our tradition, let's first of all talk about our company. Our company is Adena Limited and we represent the brand ARECare worldwide in more than 80 countries. Our company is multicultural and multilingual, and by that we mean that we can provide the service in your language, and as we have done already, for example today, the webinar in Russian. Later on we are also going to have it in Spanish. So all of this is customized for you, for your best experience. And as for our product, the media capture system, it is a complete solution for recording, for streaming, for tracking, and for a variety of other applications. Now the media stations are the centerpiece of the system. They are the main product. Media stations are designed to create content easily. By that, we mean that you can connect all sorts of video and audio devices to it, such as computers, document cameras, PTZ, network cameras, you name it. And then use that together, combine it together into mixed video, the way you see me right now, with the different video sources and the background and the logo of the company, as well as independent video sources. To that, we also provide a line of cameras, PTZ and ePTZ cameras, and auto-tracking solutions based on infrared, AI, artificial intelligence, and microphone-based Congress system integrations. And lastly, we also have a line of accessories for these systems to use them in different ways, to uncover new ways to use them, and to give you additional options how you can utilize this media capture system. Importantly is that the media capture system is a complete solution, but at the same time each product is self-sufficient and can be used independently, and you can also combine it with third-party solutions. You can use third-party cameras and other devices with it, so you are able to utilize it with the older projects and the newer projects all at the same time. So with the introduction covered, let's just get to the main subject of this webinar, which is the LS410 media station, our upcoming new model of the media station. This is a 4-channel device. By channels here we mean the video inputs, so you're able to use 4 video sources at the same time on this device, and these video inputs, they can come from HDMI, from USB, and from network. Importantly, LS410 supports Dante audio over IP. So this is our first station to do so. And also the LS410 comes with the NDI-HX and SRT protocol integrations, meaning that you are able to utilize complete AV over IP solution with it. Everything can come from network. You can minimize the amount of cables that you have in your facility and make it more outstanding. Now, the LS410 is expected to hit in around Q3, so by the summertime, and please stay tuned for more news. One more thing I want to mention about LS410 is that this station has multiple video outputs, including DisplayPort outputs, so that would make it very easy to set up with multiple displays at the same time, projection systems, and other kinds of solutions. It still retains the LAN port so that you are able to create a closed network connection with that station without any third-party accessories. Now, the next product that I want to talk about to you about today is the A-TC02 OnyxCam. It is an AI tracking camera that is defined by its 20 times optical zoom and a variety of video outputs that it can do at the same time. Video through HDMI, through USB, through IP, through 3G SDI, and NDI-HX. It actually comes with a license already installed on the camera. Now, that camera can track people in 2 different ways, and I'm going to display one of them today. The tracking on the A-TC02 can be automatic by following the active target, just the target that is the first one acquired by the camera. So that is what I'm going to demonstrate right now. I'm going to switch my video source to display the camera, and the offside, not the right camera source selected. But you can see already the camera is tracking me. So this does full PTZ auto tracking. I can turn with my back as well. So I can also crouch, and you will see that the camera will descend to track me this way. Now, I mentioned that the camera is able to track you in two different ways. One is tracking just like this, when there is an active target and the camera is just following me. The other way is to set up zones. So you can have, for example, zone 1 over here, and then zone 2 over here, and then let's say zone 3 over here, and zone 4, all the way up to 4 zones total. What the camera will then do is that when there is activity in zone 1, or when there is activity in zone 2 or zone 3, it will move appropriately for the activity. So the camera then can be set up for tracking of the teacher. Let's say in the lecture hall, you can extend the whole stage to be covered in zones, and then as the teacher, as the presenter walks from one zone to another, the camera will follow them specifically in these zones. You can do the same, not just with the university kinds of setups, not just with the classroom kind of setups, but also with conferencing halls, with offices, with city halls, you name it. There are different applications for that camera. Importantly, A-TC02 has an inbuilt line-in port for audios, and it is able to stream to all sorts of RTMP platforms. So that means that camera on its own can be used together with just a simple microphone system, like for example the Rada Duos that I'm using right now, in order to do complete streaming and tracking of your presenter. So let me just get back to the slides. One more thing I want to mention is that price point for this camera is similar to our budget infrared tracking camera. So this is a really good solution for all sorts of setups. Now, next up, we have the KSCC1 closed caption station, and this is a product that we have already demonstrated in our previous webinar. But back then, we only showed you, for the most part, the captions and the inner workings of the device. This time, we want to show you how it does at translating. And what this KSCC1 is essentially a media station, a one-channel media station, which can do recording, which can do streaming, the backup, but also that can simultaneously translate and caption your speakers. You can speak, for example, English or any of the other more than 50 languages that are supported, with a variety of different accents as well, and then get that language translated into 2 more at the same time. So the station will allow you to engage with audience in 3 different languages all at the same time. Principally, this can work by displaying the text together with the video, or just the text, or also by streaming it either with text or without text. So there are different ways in which this can work. And your local audience, if they scan the QR code produced by the station, will be able to follow the text on their mobile devices. So this is a very budget-friendly solution for you to caption and translate your speakers. Now, the best way to demonstrate that would be by bringing in my colleague, Jose, who is going to show us how this device is going to work at translation. So for this, I'm going to also switch the layout. And as I activate the graphical user interface on the station, you will see that I have the controls over here. I am able to start captioning at will. So now I'm just going to click this button, and then Jose will tell us something, and we will all see what he's talking about.
Hola, buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es José y bueno, el día de hoy estoy aquí para apoyar a mi compañero a presentarles nuestra estación para traducción y transcripción. Y bueno, qué mejor forma de enseñarles que puede funcionar de forma cotidiana que contarles un poco de lo que hice este fin de semana. Bueno, yo vivo en Taipei y es por eso que en esta ciudad tenemos muchas opciones para entretenimiento. Entre ellas tenemos actividades al aire libre, como podría ser andar en bicicleta. Yo este fin de semana anduve en bicicleta por aproximadamente unos 10 kilómetros alrededor del río que cruza toda la ciudad. Y bueno, espero que estén disfrutando de esta presentación y los dejo con mi compañero para que continuemos con esta experiencia. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much, Jose. So, let me just, yep, we stopped with this. One sec, and here we are. As you could see, the KSCC1 allows us to understand what Jose is saying. Now, personally, I don't speak Spanish, but you could see that the accuracy of that reached 95 to even 100%. That really depends on two factors when you're using KSCC1. One is a good audio input. The second is how close the accent of the person is to the closed caption. So, for example, when you're using Spanish on KSCC1, you have a variety of accents to choose from Spanish from Spain, Spanish from Colombia, Spanish from Mexico, and other parts of Spanish-speaking world. And so Jose is from Mexico. We selected Spanish Mexican. As you could see, the quality was very good. Now, KSCC1, one thing I forgot to mention is that it works on Google API. So if you are aware of how your language works with Google Translate, the quality of translation is very similar to that. Next up, we have the DS-MT1 SDVoE transceiver. And this device is designed in order to send signals over great distances. It can work in 3 different modes, and it supports 4K at 60 FPS in both transmitting and receiving modes. The principal applications for this device are to use it as a video matrix, so for one DS-MT1 to display either what is connected to itself or one of the other DS-MT1s, as a video wall to create video walls together with this device, or digital signage, just to make all of the DS-MT1s repeat the content of a particular DS-MT1, and you can have multiple groups for that. So all of this is done by using a very simple, very convenient software tool, which I'm about to demonstrate to you. So for this, I am going to change my my application here from slides to this SDVoE configuration tool. The setup process is very simple. All you do when you start using it, and I'm using the computer mouse, but actually it's not connected to my computer right now. What you are doing for this is you are only pressing for file access first to either create a project or open an already done one, an already saved one. Now for this demonstration, I have already created a project and configured my devices, so I'm just going to walk you through. Basically, you would just press open the file, and then you would see your devices. First of all, there is matrix mode, and here we see, I'm also going to change my view to this one. Here you can see that there are 2 displays I have in this room. One is over here on top, the other one is right here. There is an ability for me to select what they are showing. So here, for example, on the DS-MT1, which is B unit, which is right here, I can switch it to show exact same content which is coming from that computer, because that computer is connected as a video source to the transceiver below the screen. I can do the opposite, and that is coming from the media station. So I am able to use the loop-through function in order to show you a different video source over here. I can show my camera that is right in front of me over here, or I can show all of my video sources at the same time, or even just recreate the layout. So there are different options in which you can use the DS-MT1. Coming back to the application itself, the other thing that you can do with this is to create video walls. So you can choose the video wall size. It can be all the way from 2x2 to 9x9. And if we select, for example, 5x5, you can see there is the transmitter that you are taking the content from. And then you are able to define which of the panels for the video wall are able to should be displaying that part of the video wall. Then for the group mode, which is for the digital signage, you're able again to select a particular a particular transceiver with video source that is connected to it, and then make other transceivers apply that video source. So I can make, for example, both of my transceivers right now to apply the content from transceiver A. So that is the small computer over here. Can do the same. I can also create multiple groups. So if I just click here, add group, and I can call them different ways. So this is, let's say, demo. And then I can choose to display a different kind of source over here. Just like this. Press apply. And they are now displaying the transceiver A over here. If we select B, press apply, they are now going to be displaying the transceiver B. So simple as that. This tool is available for Windows. Let's just go back to the slides now. We have more things to show because now is the ARECare. Now, ARECare is also a kind of a media station that allows you to record, to stream, and to backup. But the principal advantage of ARECare and the main application for it is point-to-point conferencing that exists with annotations. So you are able to call from one of these units another one of these units, or from one of these units a software installed on iOS or Android tablets or mobile phones. Importantly, that we are displaying here 3 different models, MV01S, MV01U, and MV01C, but the only difference between them is hardware inputs and outputs. So in the top model here we have the HDMI, USB, and IP inputs. In the middle option we have the multiple USBs and IPs, and then the basic one comes with a single USB and multiple IP inputs. So let me demonstrate how that looks like in practice. I'm going to switch to show my camera again, and I'm going to apply a different preset. So we have, and I'm also going to approach them, we have here 2 displays. They are connected to ARECare units. On the ARECare, we are able to call from one unit. We can call the other unit just like this, using the interface that comes from these devices. I'm going to call the VIP room right now, which is the other unit over here. And we can see my colleague who is supporting me. And what this device allows us to do is to record and stream every session that takes place together with the video conferencing. And we are able to select from the different video sources that are connected to this device. This can be coming from USB flash drives, pre-recorded videos, for example. And we can both see that. We can also choose to use different video sources and annotate on top of them. In order to do this, let's say we select right now this kind of camera. And we can enable the annotations. So I'm just going to draw a black shape over here. And then my colleague can also do the same. So we can say hi to each other. We can use these annotations on top of any video content. Practically, you can apply this in order to make annotations on top of the data from medical devices, from X-ray machines, the ultrasound, and all the other kind of data. This can be used outside of the medical environment too, but we will come to that. Additionally, if you have multiple video sources connected, you can display them as well. Now, in my case, I don't have that, but it's also allows us to use this device as a whiteboard. So, but in this case, it would be a blackboard. So we can also use it to make annotations and to draw and to study. So this is also possibly a possible use for this is also for lecture halls. But again, we will come back to that. One more thing that I want to demonstrate right now is the ability for these units to call software. So as I said, the software exists for iOS and for Android, and it is available for free. So all we need to do is just to log in on the application, fill out the details that contain the information of the unit, and we are able to call each other. Then the functions are exactly the same as they were on the hardware units. So, as you can see, these are all the this is all the information that you need to fill out. just the name of the device that will appear in the list of your connections, and some data such as IP address, port, and a password. All of this will be provided by the hardware unit. So with that, I would like to thank my colleague for helping me out, and we are going to return back to the presentation. So, typical application for ARECare, and one of the already accomplished projects, is for hospitals. One of them in Taiwan requested these units specifically to be able to communicate, to enable communication between doctors and patients, as well as doctors and patients' families. Now, the reason why they chose ARECare is because this device allows you to have secure point-to-point communication between the devices. Typically, if you use something like Teams, if you use something like Zoom, you're limited not only in the sense of who is able to restricting the people that can connect to your room, because that information can be shared by accident. In this case, point-to-point conferencing guarantees that you are going to be talking to the requested, to the right participant. Then also, ARECare allows that hospital to select from the different video inputs that they have very easily at the touch of a finger. So they can switch from computer content, they can switch to the pre-recorded videos that they made in the surgery room to discuss them together with the patients. That saves the hospital a lot of time. And we have a case study written about this on our website, a-dana.com. So if you are interested to learn more and see the video together with the doctors talking about this application, please check out the article on our website. But apart from the medical applications like this, ARECare can be used in other environments too, in education, for example, in order to facilitate communication between medical colleges and medical schools with the hospitals. So instead of crowding the space in the surgery room with the medical students, they can be connected remotely and be able to discuss all the medical data, all the medical findings directly with the doctors right there. And as well as other kinds of applications for the corporate, for the government, and other markets. So at this point, I would like to thank you for attending this webinar. This is all that we wanted to talk about. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact us in the chat. All of these devices are available for personal presentation. If you would like to see, if you'd like to schedule it, you can do so on our website at www.a-dana.com. This is also the link that you see right now on your screens. And I would like to, again, thank you for attending this. If you haven't subscribed yet to our LinkedIn or to our YouTube channels, please do so now. We are always putting out interesting content regarding our solutions and how you can use them together with other kinds of devices. So, thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.